لله الحمد لله الذي أبدع الأفلاك والأرضين والصلاة على من كان نبيا وآدم بين الماء والطين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل إن كنتم تحبون الله فاتبعوني يحببكم الله ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم والله غفور رحيم آمنت بالله صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاكرين والشاهدين والحمد لله رب العالمين ببركة إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما درود شريف اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا وشفينا ومولانا محمد عبدك ورسولك ونبيك وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات. Each and every one of you join in as-salatu was-salamu alayka ya sayyidi ya Rasulullah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya sayyidi ya Habibullah. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya sayyidi ya Rasulullah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya sayyidi ya khataman nabiyyin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. After praising Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala, Malik Kainat, Khalik Kul, Badi'us Samawati wal Ard, and sending infinite peace and salutations, Durud and Salawat upon the best of creation, the light of humanity, the purpose of our existence, Sayyidul Awwaleen wal Akhirin, Imam al-Anbiya wal Mursaleen, Uzu Jane Jana, Tajdar Madina, Rasul Akram Sallallahu Alaihi wa Alihi wa Sallam. Most Honorable and Respectable Imam al-Khatib Masjid Hada, Hazrat Allama Imam Ijaz Ahmad Sahib, Damat Barkatum al-Aliyya wal-Qudsiyya, Most Honorable and Respectable Nojawan, Alim Deen, Maulana Harun Raza Al-Tari, Hafizahullah Ta'ala, Honorable and Respectable Elders, Brothers and Sisters, lovable youngsters, those on the stage, Naat Khan Hazrat, and those in the crowd, amongst the awam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Just before I begin, I want to express my gratitude to the organizers of this beautiful Shandar Youth Mawlidun Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gathering here in the Luton Central Masjid. My dear brother Razak, who spearheads and leads the One Vision charity, brother Harun Iqbal and Sayyid Uthman, who are the driving force behind the Habibi Ya Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam organization, and in particular brothers Hamza and Shamas, who have collectively arranged this program here in this masjid. Also the intizamiya of this masjid, or bil khusus Hazrat Allama Imam Ijaz Ahmad Sahib, Damat Barkatum al-Aliyya wal-Qudsiyya, who have been your mezban, your host throughout this evening. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala accept the efforts of all of these organizers and all of these organizations. And Allah Almighty reward each and every one of you for attending this gathering. For those of you who are listening live through My Deen and Dunya, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala bless you for listening as well. I think you have been here since 6 o'clock for Baqaida. It's a very long time to be sitting and listening. I don't wish to take too much of your time. Asami Swela Fajr Prani hai. Tusa parso na parso tusa ni apni marzi hai. Aisa to Prani hai. ड्यूटी तो पक्की है और बाकायदा सवेरा क्लास भी पुरानी है और फिर कल प्रेस्ट में भी तकरीर है इन्ना आया जी 10:30 बजे असल 10:30 तो पहले पहुंचे आए बहरहाल जिस तरह ही है मैं कोशिश करना मैं भी अपनी इस तरीके नाल आदात भी बदला जलाली टू जमाली जलाली टू जमाली लोग फिर नाराज हो जाने ना सच गल आखो तो फिर आने ओ जी इमाम साहब बड़े डाड़ियां गल्ला करने लोग फिर नसी जाने कोई आने जी जेरे चले गए वो इस वजह से चले गए पता इमाम साहब को गल कर ऐसी गल ही नहीं जे असा इस तरीके नाल गल करने अपनी जुबान समझने हो ना if we speak like this we do so with the intention to give islah and to rectify the states of the people and we begin by talking to ourselves first. Yes. So it's important that we take the words of our ulama ikram on board and we try to implement them into our lives. It's all well and good. और बड़ी खुशी हुई है इस हमारे बहुत ही मोहतरम अजीम एल्डर माशाल्लाह मोहतरम कैसर महमूद मदनी साहिब Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala bless them. Like they said, all these youngsters who are here, those who were here before, the fact that they've sat in the masjid on a Saturday night and they participated in a gathering where the thana and the praise of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is being done. In this day and age, no doubt this is a credit to each and every one of us. And to your parents as well. Lekin with this comes a responsibility. The masjid isn't a place that we visit once a year, twice a year, once a week. But either our relationship, our nisbat with the masjid should be 5 times a day. Ye mera pehla paygam. Our nisbat, our ta'alluq with the masjid, with the house of Allah should be how many times a day? 5 times a day. Fajr, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib and Isha. And if you can't come 5 times a day, come as come, especially my youngsters. If you can't come 5 times a day, set yourself this target that at least you're going to come into the house of Allah once a day. Say inshallah. Because these masajids, alhamdulillah, have been built through the hard works and efforts of our elders. Phase 1 was complete in the 70s and 80s. 90s का रियो और बकायदा में हमेशा ये गल करना रहना लोग नाराज हो जाने बड़े जल्दी नाराज हो जाने that we spend hundreds and thousands now if not millions on our masajids but we find that our masajids for the 5 daily prayers और खास तौर salatul fajr के लिए our masajids are empty illa mashallah. And I say this often, that if we can sit all night watching TV shows and movies or baqaida binge watching or something like this, binge watching whatever they call it. Masjid Ramadan I met somebody I met somebody from Blackburn, Gujarati brother, Allah bless him, mashallah. As we were walking in the Masjid al-Aqsa compound, and he goes to me, Imam Sahib, I said, it was Imam Sahib, have you ever watched Air Shazad? Man, do I look like somebody who's got time to be watching Air Shazad? अपना इदारा चलाने अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ठीक है आपकी निकी बच्ची भी है क्या रहनी जिम्मेदारियां भी हैं वाले साहब ने भी साया चला गया उन एतरो को बड़ी अंदाजा लाओ. But unfortunately today our youngsters have time for these things, but when it comes to our 5 daily prayer, खास तौर our nisbat and ta'alluq with the masjid, very general observation, this is my first time in the Luton Central Masjid. बड़ी कोशिश की है पाए मोहतरम अशफाक साहब और obviously on Imam साहब's orders, इंतजामिया's orders, दो त्रै बारी कोशिश कर ही रहे इसी साल विच, लेकिन बस वो अपने कमे विच मसरूफ रहे. My first time in the Luton Central Masjid, मैं किसी बंदे पर अटैक ना करना. I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. This is a general observation. ऐसा जाने रहने ना
as far as Glasgow, all the way down to Southampton. And we find this problem. Ulama-i Karam mentioned this to us. Intizamiya Hazrat mentioned this to us. Walidain also raised this concern as well. To Imam Sahib, we've spent hundreds and thousands, if not millions, on our masajids. But at the time of Fajr, at the time of Zohar, Asr, Maghrib and Isha, our masajids are empty. There's nobody there. There's nobody. General galkan, nobody na murad hai nahi hona, bas sirf Imam Sahib khalte rahe. Bas, gal samjhi kyo hamari? हाँ, 2 सफा अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. लेकिन अंदाजा लाओ, मैं एक जनरल बात करना ना, पूरे मुल्क की गल करना, सिर्फ लूटन की गल नहीं. And my youngsters who are listening to me, this is not a telling off. Alhamdulillah, you've sat in the masjid for 6-7 hours. On the day of Qiyamah, these walls will testify for you. These walls will testify for you. मैं रास्ते में माना सा to Irfan and Arun and Maulana Hafiz Nazim Sahib. जे एक लम्हा कबूल हो जाए ना, एक लम्हा इस दुनिया में बेड़ा पार, आखिरत में भी बेड़ा पार. और my दलील is what? मशहूर वाक़या है ना, असीरतुल हलबिया में है, mentioned in other books as well, that individual who was a fasiq or fajir in the time of Qawm Musa, 70 years, एक रिवायत में, for 70 years he was a fasiq or fajir, open sinner, and when he died, the people disregarded him, threw his body on a rubbish pile. The people disregarded him. We're quick to judge, aren't we? The people disregarded him. But the person who was disregarded by the people was accepted by Allah. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala gives wahi to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, Kalimullah, that, oh my Kalim, that individual who the people have rejected, I have accepted. I have accepted. Kalimullah asked, Ya Allah, what's the reason? Majra kya hai? Allah Almighty in light of His Majesty says that, oh my Kalim, on one occasion, he saw the name of my beloved in the Torah. Nabi Islam's name in the Torah is Ahmad. Kya? In the Torah. Torah was given to which Nabi? Musa alayhi salam. Zabur was given to which Nabi? Dawood alayhi salam. Injil was given to which Nabi? Rasul. Al-Qaeda. Or they saw the name of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam written in the Torah. On one occasion, in the state of purity, he kissed the name of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that was written in the Torah, and he placed it on his eyes. Why do you kiss your thumbs? Dalail Manganin ji, looking for proofs and evidences. This is one dalil. This is one dalil. Asirat al-Halabiya give a reference as well. Other books this is mentioned in as well. That this is a dalil, that kissing the name, or when you hear the name of the Prophet ﷺ and placing them on your eyes, this is the way of the people of the previous nations. And this is a way of being accepted and being Qabul in the Bargah of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Maqbool. So this individual saw the name of the Prophet ﷺ, placed it on his eyes. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala says to Musa alayhi salam, this one amal of his was so beloved to me that I've forgiven 70 years of his sin. Oh Musa, you perform his ghusl. Oh Musa, you shroud him, you lead his funeral prayer, and you do his tadfeen. Maana sirf ek lamha qabool ho jana. Bera paar. So you haven't wasted your time by sitting here. But priority is what? Priority isn't that we sit in gatherings of mahafil, of na'at and praise of the Prophet ﷺ. That's not generally our priority. Hazrat ye to mustahab hai na? Hazrat ye to mustahab hai na? Fard is what? 5 daily prayers. And everyone can take account of themselves. Today we come towards midnight, past midnight now. Yesterday, Saturday, today Sunday, new day. Yesterday, Saturday, how many of you can say, hand on heart, that I read my 5 daily prayers? Very few. I don't need anyone to show their hands. That's between you and Allah. Lekin soch hai na. How many of us can say that hand on heart we prayed our 5 daily prayer? Puch ta salah karo si na. First question on the day of Qiyamah will be regarding salah. First question on the day of Qiyamah will be regarding salah. And today, unfortunately, as a nation, as a qawm, as a group of individuals, we are very slack when it comes to our prayers. Ye gal hai na? Khas taur Salatul Fajr. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Allah Almighty has placed the blessings, barakat for this ummah in the time of Salatul Fajr. At that time our people are asleep. Qawm sutti hai ji. We're awake till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. We know that we have Fajr duty in the morning. Duty ka murad ye nahi bas aisa purana hai. Duty ka murad ye panna bhi hai na. And us namaz ka pucho sida. We'll be questioned about that salah. So this is my first paygham. Second paygham is this, because a lot of youngsters are sat here. It's important that we honor and respect our elders and in particular our parents. Main itna time na lena. Kitab uthai pi liya. Asal mawzu si I told Razak Bhai, Mahabbat Rasul. The love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Lekin time hi koni, tu say thake ho, main bhi thake hu. I've already explained the circumstances. First paygham was what? Be consistent in your salah. Be consistent in your salah. Number 2, 3 cheezan se. 3 is sunnah. Number 2 is this, that we as youngsters in particular, we should honor and respect our elders, or khas taur our walidain. You only have one mother and one father. And that's it. When they go, ask me, those blessings go as well. Those du'as go as well. That sayah is lifted. And then it's too late. Today, it's important that we honor and respect our parents. وَبِالْ وَالِدَيْنِ Apni walidaini khidmat karo. Serve your parents. If you want to reach a maqam o martaba, ilm apni jagah vich durust hai, lekin har banda nahi hasil kar sakta. Sadqa dena apni jagah vich durust hai, lekin har banda nahi di sakta. Doing other good deeds is possible, but not everybody is able to do it, like performing Hajj, so on and so forth. But there is one amal which each and every person can do, which is serve and honor and love his mother and father. And if you look at the history of Islam, many examples of great individuals. If I was to just mention a few names, Usul Barakat ke liye batore ishara, Hazrat Khwaja Uwais Qarni, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, how did he reach his maqam wa martaba? Through the khidmat that he did for his walida. Hazrat Bayazid Bustami, sumse Bustami, sumse Pistami. Hazrat Bayazid Bustami rahmatullah alayh. Tariqa Naqshbandiya mein bahut bade paye wali. You know the story behind how he reached that maqam wa martaba? Some of you are probably hearing this for the first time. Hazrat Bayazid Bustami rahmatullah alayh, on one occasion, his mother was thirsty at night. So what did he do? He went to fetch some water from the well. Us there botla ta nahi san na, tap ta nahi si na. Dur gaye san, pani ki vyavastha hai. From a well. When he came back, he saw that his mother had fallen asleep. So he stood there all night. Stood there all night with the water. Aajkal asani maa bulani hai ji, jawab hi koni. Father tells us to do something, we'll answer him back. Make aam gal karna wa. Parents are the most beautiful gift that Allah has given us. And today we take our parents for granted. Today we take our mother and father for granted. Honor your parents. Ayyul amali ahabbu ila Allah. Ye Bukhari Sharif al-Adab al-Mufrad mein pehli riwayat hai na. Ayyul amali ahabbu ila Allah. Sahabi asked, Ya Rasulullah, which deed is the most beloved to Allah? And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam could have said anything. First thing he said was, As-salatu ala waqtiha. The first thing he said, and the most beloved deed to Allah Almighty is offering the prayer on its time. Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. And number 2, thumma ay. Second thing, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was asked. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Birrul walidain. Be kind to your parents. Be merciful to your parents. Honor and love your parents. Do khidmat of your walidain. Hazrat Bayazid Bustami rahmatullah alayhi stood there all night. When mother woke up for tahajjud in the morning, they said, Beta, why are you standing here? They said, Ammi Jan, main apne alfaz mein bayan karna. Ammi Jan, last night you were asking for water. When I came back, you had fallen asleep. I thought maybe you would have been thirsty again. So I stood here all night. At that time, the dua that came out of the blessing mouth of the mother of Bayezid Bustami, Hazrat Bayezid says, is because of this dua that I've reached the maqam of martaba. What maqam has he reached? Huzur Data Ali Hujweri Rahmatullah alayh, they mention in the Kashful Mahjoob that maqam Bayezid amongst the awliya is like Jibrail's maqam amongst the malaika. Allahu Akbar. Walidain, khas or walida, your mother's du'as are never rejected. Your mother's du'as are never rejected. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani mentioned in Fathul Bari Sharaf Bukhari that the mother of Imam Bukhari, is your father happy with you? And if your father is happy with you, come to this understanding, come to this conclusion that Allah is razi with you. Allah is happy with you. But iska dusra rukh, opposite is what? That if your father is not happy with you, that ultimately Allah is not happy with you as well. That the displeasure of your Lord lies in the displeasure of your father. Apne maa pyo ki hush karo. Honor and respect your parents. Ye dusri gal aur meri teesri gal. Pehli gal keh rahi si, खुश करियो सला नहीं पता तो सही थके हो मैं नहीं थका पहली गल कह रही सी सला observant in your salah. My brothers on my left hand side, without any pabandi or force, मिकी खुश करने वास्ते नहीं ना हजरत को ही खुश करने वास्ते अपने रब का हाजिर नाजिर समझीता है. Those of you who are going to make this promise, you as well, those of you who are going to make this promise to read one salah every day in the masjid, put your hands up. Inshallah. Say inshallah. Niyat hai na, innamal a'malu. Niyat hai na. Ek namaz kam az kam. Fir do, fir teen, fir char, fir panch. Lazzat is rahi honi hai na. Mehnat karo. Nojawano mehnat karo. There is a need now for you and me to stand up. The Muslim Ummah is suffering enough. I can go on all night about this. The Ummah is suffering. We as youngsters need to understand our responsibilities. It's not about filling the shisha lounges. If I was to take a cliche out of my brother's speeches. It's not about filling the shisha lounges. We find plenty of youth, Muslim youth, in the clubs and pubs. And unfortunately, statistically speaking, there are more Muslim prisoners in this country than any other ethnic minority. Yahi gal hai na? ये हमारे नौजवान हैं, हमारे बच्चे हैं, हमारी बच्चियां. Drugs, alcohol, Muslims at the forefront. Insurance fraud, Muslim at the forefront. Extremism, terrorism, Muslims at the forefront. Har pera bura kam, Muslims at the forefront. Why? Don't we care that we represent the deen of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Don't we understand this responsibility? और ये मेरी तीसरी बात है और आखिरी बात है. That hate the sin, not the sinner. Hate the sin, not the sinner. और तवज्जो से सुनो मेरी आखिरी बात. ये बुखारी शरीफ की रिवायत है. Again, maybe first time you're hearing this. किताबुल हुदूद में है. किताबुल hadith number 6780. Matan is in front of me. Ravi Sayyidina Umar Farooq radiyallahu. Don't judge. Don't judge someone. Don't judge. Hate the sin, not the sinner. Sayyidina Umar Farooq radiyallahu ta'ala says that there was a man, Kanasbuhu Abdullah. His name was Abdullah. Kya naam si? Abdullah. Wakana yulattabu himaran. But the Sahaba would nickname him Himar. Himar ka mana? Donkey. Naam si Abdullah. Lekin Sahaba would mock him, insult him by calling him. Why? Because he used to have this habit, this adat of drinking alcohol. He used to have this habit of drinking alcohol. Like at the same time, he had a unique quality. And what was that quality? He used to make وَكَانَ يُضْحِكُ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. He used to make the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم smile. He used to make the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم smile. And because of his sin, he used to constantly be punished. وَكَانَ النَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ قَدْ جَلَدَهُ فِي الشَّرَابِ. Because of his sin, he used to constantly be punished. And then on one occasion, فَقَالَ رَجُلٌ مِنَ الْقَوْمِ. There was an individual from amongst the people. When he saw that this individual was being punished, he goes, may the curse of Allah be upon you. مَا أَكْثَرَ مَا يُؤْتَ بِهِ. That don't you learn your lesson? Bar you do your sin, bar you do your sin, bar you do your sin. And Nabi Islam is punishing you. Nabi Islam is punishing you. When Nabi Islam heard this, tawajjuh se suno. Hate the sin, not the sinner. Hate the sin, not the sinner. ये दौर और ज़माना of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ये हमारा दौर और ज़माना नहीं, exposure का दौर और ज़माना. Lifting the veil of somebody. No. This is Huzur Jane Rasul Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam ka dawr zamana. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, La tal'anuhu. Don't curse him. Don't insult him. Why? For wallahi, by Allah, ma alimtu annahu yuhibbu Allah wa rasulahu. Don't curse him, don't insult him, because in his heart is the love of Allah and his Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Faisle dila par hi ho sakta. फैसले तो दिला पर हो कोई पाक को साफ नीयत है कोई पाक को साफ नहीं. And remember this, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Man satara musliman satarahu Allahu fi dunya wal akhirah. That the one who veils the sin or sins of an individual, a Muslim in the dunya, Allah will veil his sins on the day of Qiyamah.
Narai Takbir, Narai Risalah, Narai Risalah, Ulama Ahl Sunnah.
Allah will veil his sins. In the dunya and in the akhirah, nobody is perfect. From top to bottom. सारे ने राज जाने हैं ना. No one is perfect. लेकिन ये अल्लाह का शुक्र है और हुजूर का करम है जब पर्दा पे आवा. और ये भी याद रखो, the one who is humiliated in the dunya, that person is being saved from the humiliation on the day of Qiyamah. ये मेरा ईमान और विजदान है. That the one who is humiliated in the dunya, the one who is humiliated in front of the people, ultimately he is being saved from humiliation on the day of Qiyamah. You and me are not in a position to judge. When we point one finger at somebody else, know that 3 fingers are pointed back at us. And if you hear something about someone, you say, look, I don't know. It's got nothing to do with me. We've developed this culture amongst our youth. We've developed this culture of slandering, backbiting, gossiping. और गीबत इतनी बड़ी कोई बीमारी है, इतनी बड़ी बीमारी. It's a cancer. Backbiting is a cancer which is consuming the lives of individuals and destroying families and breaking homes. So, ye is a request. Request. Refrain from saying things about anyone. Ye sirf ek bande ni baat nahi. Ye har bande ki baat hai. Meri bhi baat hai. Inna ni bhi baat hai. Har bande ni baat hai na. Ye huzur ka karam hai jab parda speak na kiya hua. वरना सब कुछ खत्म हो जाए. इसलिए पुराने ज़माने में in the previous nations when they used to sin, the effects of those sins used to be visible on their faces. ये हुजूर का करम है that everything is veiled. और do tawbah, tubu ila Allah qabla an tamut. Turn back to Allah before it's too late. Wallahi, my youngsters, don't despair. La taqnatu min rahmatillah. So many youngsters say, I've done so much sin, I've done so much sin, I've done so much wrong. No. Allah is Ghafoor, Allah is Rahim, Allah is Sattar. He will forgive your sins, He will veil your sins. So don't despair. Turn back to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala give us all the tawfiq to do amal upon what has been said. Number 1 was what? Namaz. Namaz ko na chhod. Namaz ko na chhod. Yes? और नमाज तो पहले भी कल ऐसी हो मेरा असल मौजू सी अकीदा मोहब्बत रसूल लेकिन इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट टाइम दूसरी क्या गल सी वालिदैन खिदमत खास तौर वालिदैन खिदमत. Our parents need us. Today we're too busy with beautifying ourselves, adorning ourselves, not knowing that our parents are growing old and there's no guarantee they will reach an old age. My father was 50 years old. I said this to somebody earlier on in Bedford, and they go, 50, Tayyib's elder brother, 50 years old? Imam said that's no age for somebody to pass away. 50 years old. And that's allowed. So your parents will not live forever. Serve them. Birrul walidain. Or tisri keri gal si? Don't judge. Well done, young man. Don't judge. Hate the sin, not the sinner. This is the way of Rasulullah. And this hadith sharif is a mazhar of the ayah. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. Bharat बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. थके वैसा लेकिन तुसा खुश कराई हो रहा बैठे रहे हो सुनने रहे हो जेरे चले गए उन्होंने अपनी मर्जी उन्होंने अपने नसीब जेरे सुनने रहे Allah Ta'ala bless you and reward you. MashaAllah, there are books for sale outside as well. In particular, the majestic Quran which has been translated. That's a copy that you should have in your homes. Study the Quran. Build your connection with the Quran. Oh, bari khushi hui hai. That last week, alhamdulillah, we collaborated on a program in Bradford, One Vision Charity. Oh, nasige na YQNC ale. Siane na YQNC ale vi mashallah Muhtaram Umar sahab. Tasle takne hosan. We pata na. Al Wadud Academy as well. Or alhamdulillah, we had the Quran conference. So you say uthai sona? Jia. Connecting with the Quran conference, alhamdulillah. On the back of that, I've been told now 3 other connecting with the Quran conferences have been organized.
MashaAllah.
Wolverhampton which? Nottingham which? Or Sheffield which? And that's our aim. Ik banda badri jaye ta bas ji dunya vich hi bera par, akhirat vich hi bera par. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala har bande di mehnat qabul karen. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala bless each and every person who has attended here. Khas taur mera ek naujawan dost si. You may have heard today, his janaza was in Walsall. Muhammad Ahmed Naqshbandi, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi. He went on Umrah with us in 2015. Very beautiful brother. Akhlaqan, kirdaran, hadatan, in every way. And today, thousands attended his janaza. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend due to commitments. But we make dua for him as well. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala raise his darajat in the akhirah. Allah Almighty give him the highest maqam in Jannatul Firdaus. Allah give him Qurb Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the day of Qiyamah. Isi tarike se Muhtaram Ashfaq Bhai has told me to announce that there is a weekly gathering that takes place here every Friday. So this is an opportunity, not just once a year. कोशिश कर सन इंशाल्लाह हर साल इस तरीके का प्रोग्राम हो सी लेकिन once a week, every Friday from 7:30 if I'm not mistaken, there is an opportunity for you youngsters. You तो सब young ही हो ना तो youngsters तो सही खुश करिए हो जी youngsters alhamdulillah जेरा कोई है जरूरी youngsters ही अच्छे सारे अच्छे इंशाल्लाह everyone ये तो सनी मस्जिद है इस मस्जिद को आबाद करो हर सुन्नी मस्जिद को आबाद करो वमा अलैना इल्ला